of social protective legislation based on the principle that we are our brother's keepers. Rand replied, I feel it's terrible. You are moving toward destruction unless all of these welfare state constructions are being reversed and rejected. Read Social Security and Medicare into that. Wallace then said, you are out to destroy almost every edifice in contemporary American way of life. Our Judeo-Christian religion, our modified government-regulated capitalism, our rule by majority will. It is said that you scorn churches and the concept of God. Is that accurate? Rand's reply, yes. Wallace then asked, Christ and every moral leader has told us we should love one another. Why then is this kind of love in your mind immoral? And Rand replied, it is immoral if it is love placed above oneself. Then comes the clincher, and listen to this. Listen to this. Wallace then asked, and if a man or woman is weak, are they then beyond love? Is a man then beyond love? Rand replied, he certainly does not deserve it. He is certainly beyond it. And Wallace then sums up, then there are very few of us in this world who by your standards are worthy of love. And Rand replied, unfortunately, yes, very few. This is the philosophy that is behind Paul Ryan. It's the philosophy that's behind Rod Johnson. And it's the philosophy reflected in the budget actions of Governor Walker. Is it any wonder that politicians who swoon over the beauty of that kind of philosophical drivel have no problem with their own conscience when they try to scale back unemployment compensation or slash education funding for poor or middle-class kids, or do not even flinch at the thought of throwing poor kids off Medicaid or poor seniors out of nursing homes. Do we really believe in that dog-eat-dog Darwinist survival of the fittest philosophy for America? Or do we really believe indeed that we are our brother's keeper? Make no mistake. Make no mistake. We're not just engaged in an academic debate about the economy. We are engaged in a moral struggle, the outcome of which will have a profound consequence for real living people. This is the time for choosing. Whose vision for America, whose vision for Wisconsin do we share? Do we stand for a decent balance between individual and social responsibility in the tradition of FDR, of Bob La Follette, of Gaylord Nelson, or the Koch, Walker, Ryan, Rand vision, which is utterly devoid of social responsibility? I know they're tough times. And this last election was an unmitigated disaster for our party. And because of that election, we were tossed back to about where we were in the state in 1956, when this party had absolutely nothing in terms of power in the state. But 2 years later, 2 short years later, Bill Proxmire was in the U.S. Senate, Gaylord Nelson was governor, Attorney General, and we've taken control of the state assembly because of an intervening event, the 1958 recession. Our intervening event has been the Ryan budget and the Walker assault on worker rights.